Welcome back to Cohen and Kerr. This is our final segment of our special broadcast of the candidates for the Falmouth District Board of Supervisors race in Stafford County. And we're very thankful to our candidates today, and we're going to have one more question, and then we're going to go to closing remarks. So I can turn to Amanda and ask her to pose the last question of the evening.
All right, last question. Meg, what are your top 3 priorities for the county?
I would say my top 3 priorities are education, transportation, and broadband. One of the state priorities is the broadband as well. I just heard the state candidates all speak about that, and it was universal across the board. We have a lot of people that buy homes out in the rural areas, and they buy a house. Doesn't matter the value of that house. They later find out, oh my gosh, I don't have broadband. And that is a serious issue. We have dark fiber that is laid under Interstate 95 that was put down when they were doing the express lanes, and it runs all the way down to the Quantico Corporate Center. And we are working on getting a big data center here. We know that is a priority, but we must do something in the area of broadband. Those are my top 3. I also have big concerns about the opioid epidemic. That is something that has touched everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Meg. Greg, the same question for you.
My 3 top priorities are, of course, issues involving the schools. I am concerned about teachers leaving the schools. That has a direct impact on our students. I'm concerned about issues in terms of traffic and transportation. I'm also concerned about issues in terms of the economy, the local economy. I believe that we need to revive local economy here in the Stafford County area, Falmouth. We need to take fewer cars. We need to have fewer cars on the road. Let's have work. Let's be able to live, work, and play here. And as well as a social worker, I am concerned about the opioid epidemic. And I think as a social worker, I am best positioned to deal with that.
Well, thank you very much, both of you, for answering our questions this afternoon. We really appreciate it. And I'd like to start the closing remarks, if I could, with Greg. It'll be 2 minutes, and then we'll be finished with our debate. So, Greg, if you could proceed, 2-minute closing remarks.
Yes, my response may be shorter than 2 minutes, but my response is that Ronald Reagan asked many years ago, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Are your schools better? Are you sitting in hot cars? Are you able to get jobs in Falmouth? Do you have to drive to Washington, D.C. to work? Are you comfortable about your rivers? Do you worry about your future? I believe that things are not as good as they were 4 years ago. And I believe that I have the answers, and I look to engage the people of Stafford County to reach those solutions.
Thank you, Greg. We appreciate that, and we appreciate your participation this evening. Meg?
Yes. I've been very happy to serve the constituents of the Falmouth District for the last 4 years, and I hope to do so again. I would like to just say that in Stafford County, we have a process where the chair and the vice chair meet and have an agenda review. We then, every board member gets to see what is on that agenda, and on the Thursday before the next board meeting, that agenda is let out for every board member. Friday morning, that goes live, and you can see the entire agenda, including everything that is on for committee reports and everything that will be discussed at that committee. That all goes out to the public on Friday before the meeting. So I do feel that we have a very transparent process in letting people know what we have going on in Stafford County at a specific Board of Supervisor meeting. I want to continue to work very hard on FAMPO. We must get the northbound river crossing project funded. In the last round of Smart Scale, we had $959 billion of projects for $1 billion worth of funding. And Smart Scale has been revamped with the state. They got feedback from everybody regarding the pros and the cons. That project is very important. I hope to get that accomplished in my next 4 years. We are also going to be looking at straightening out a lot of other roads. We've done a great job with revenue sharing in Stafford County with our gas tax money. Poplar Road, Mountain View Road, Truslow Road. We're going to be working on Berea Church, but with that money, it has been depleted, and because gas prices have gone down, we're going to have to be looking at our general fund. I look forward to continuing to work with the school division and making our school system the best that it can. That is why we moved here 20 years ago, and I love the school division, and I want to continue to work with them. Thank you very much.
That brings us to the end of our Issues Forum, and I want to thank Greg Buntrick and Meg Baumke both for participating tonight. I was listening to a speaker on ABC radio the other day, a Russian, talking about how rare democracy is in the world, and it's actually the exception. And that took me by surprise. I live in a society where we had debates like this. So I'd ask everybody in our audience to consider what they've just heard in that light. And on election day, make the special effort to get out and vote. Your vote is important. Some of these races are decided by a hair's breadth. So don't take your vote for granted. Make the extra effort. Go out and vote. I'd also like to thank the Freelance Star for sending an outstanding reporter, Amanda Vicinazzo, who has done a brilliant job tonight. And I appreciate very much your help me out with the debate. And with that, Gordon and Kerr will say goodnight and thank you.